All right, here we go. Hey, Towel, how are you? Hey, Jawad, how are you, my man? Good to see you again. Again. How are you, my man? How's everyone today? How's everyone today? Ah, yes. That's very good. um, hmm. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, try that, Jawad, and see if that works. Sometimes it just requires a refresh by just refreshing the stream. It's kind of weird like that. Boop, boop. See how this is working out. Okay, okay, okay. Did it work? Ask that question. Did it work? Ba-bam! See, look at all these people in the chat, man. Holy smokes. All right. Okay. I hope it worked. There we go. See a couple people in here. I've been tweaking with some of the settings here, hopefully making it more streamlined, so that way I have less hiccups like I did this morning. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying. Let me ask that. So is the stream working correctly? I guess is the question. I made a few tweaks between this morning and this afternoon, and I was like, yeah, this better work. Ma. Diego, my friend. I am doing very well, Diego. How are you, my friend? How are you? I hope you are well. How was your weekend? Good. Good. How was your weekend, my dude? You're good. Weekend went by fast. That's good. That's good. Hopefully, you voted, did all that stuff, and get to see who's our winner tomorrow, and then blah 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 stuff happens after that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll wait for a few more people to come on in. I know that. I guess we'll wait for a few more people to come on in. Not sure where the others are today, but come on by. It's not like we're doing a whole lot here today. So you slept a lot. Really? That's good. At least you got some shut eye in. No problem. That's the most important part. Get a little shut eye in. Looking good? Looking good. My friend. My friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I attribute it all to this shirt. Okay, this shirt. This is the kit here for hashtag Unite. Okay, you gotta up the tags, right? Gotta do that. So hashtag United is in the ninth tier of English football, and I support I support that team, man, like they're my blood. It's just fun to watch. It's fun to watch a great. It's fun to watch a great story coming together like hashtag United. So piece by piece, you know trying to improve, trying to get better. I think that's awesome. I can totally get behind something like that. Then I shaved a little bit. I made sure to shave because it was getting a little too scruffy. A lot of scruffaluffagus. So I was like, I need to get rid of all this extra face hair on my face. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll make it nice and smooth. It'll feel so great. So, Professor Chibs went a little bit. Okay. Professor Chibs went a little crazy with hashtag United the other day. So, I don't know where everyone's at. I see you, Diego. I see Towels here. I see Sophia's here. So, um, I see you three. I know you three are pretty regular. I'm surprised not to see the others. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where the others are at today. It's kind of weird. Come on, it's a nice Monday. I know Mondays are boring for people, but hey, we're here to learn a little bit of math, a little bit of angles, a little bit of the bubbly. Okay, no problem. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to make you learn. Yeah. Let's learn. Yes. I'm gonna force. I'm gonna force this down your throat, and you're gonna like it. uh, Nah, we're gonna have some fun. We always have some fun in this class. That didn't sound right at all. Hey, you got school? Okay. If you need maths help, let me know. Okay. Anytime you can. Yeah, no problem. You come proper anytime. Anytime I'm online, my dude. You are always welcome here, my friend. Always welcome. All right? You can contact me whenever, okay? That's just how it rolls in this class. Just send me whatever and then we'll be cool. I'm down. Ah, no. Okay. You can check the schedule tab on my channel page because there's a lot of times. That's why. Because I'm on 4 days a week, so that's why. There's just kind of like a lot of times. It'd be tough to kind of remember them all. That's cool. No problem. No problem at all. Hey, Ivan, there you are, my friend. Okay. Age does not matter, Jawed. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. All that matters is you want help, and I'm here to help you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for calling me a legend. I appreciate that. That was a crazy day, Joe. Crazy, crazy day. But I was happy to do it. It was so fun. I'll make LP like absolutely go nuts next, even more next time. I promise. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Okay. So, you guys ready? Let's do this. Okay. Okay, let's get started today. Welcome back to Monday. Hopefully everybody had a nice weekend. All right, so today, we are getting into chapter 8. Last time we finished up with talking about some algebra. All right, so we finished up chapter 7 from last time. Okay, just talked about a little bit more about algebra, word problems, and the like. Today we're getting into chapter 8. Okay, remember it's chapters 8, 9, and 10 here, which are the last 3 chapters of the textbook. All right, so we're working our way toward the end here. Um, and it's not going to be a whole lot going on here today, but again, just kind of reviewing some of the things that we had talked about before previously during the course of the semester. So, again, everything from here on out is pretty much a reiteration. Just as a friendly reminder, though, to all of you guys, remember that the homework is still up there. Okay, so it's still due. If it's a 16-week class, okay, all of it's still up. And also posted is the second test in the final. If you wish to do that early, you have the right to do so. Okay, so there's also a practice test there there's also a practice test for the second test, and of course the final exam there. So the final exam is just a mashup of test one and test two. I just took half the questions from each, and then it was like, here, put them together. It's a final. Hey! All right, so um, that worked out pretty well. So I had no problems with that whatsoever. It was like, easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Okay, so that's what's going down here. I actually also over the weekend I did add a little bit of a grade book there on Blackboard, so you should see some grades from your first test posted there. The homework grade obviously has been posted because that's still an ongoing thing till the end of the semester, and of course the second test, the final, that obviously not due until the end of the semester anyway. So again, if you want to see, it matches the score that you got on my math lab. So if you're already aware about that, it's going to be the same thing. I didn't really adjust it any, so it's just sitting there. It's part of your grade, and there you go. You get a little bit of an update. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about here today, Chapter 8, which is all the rage, which is again talking about angle measurements. Again, this is angle measurements, quadrilaterals, okay, things like that. Talk all about Chapter 8 in a nutshell. Okay, so this is like the first chapter we really started talking about triangles and stuff. Okay, so just getting some basic plane geometry down. We're not doing a whole lot here in this section, but we did discuss some of the important things here in this section. Had stuff to do with, say, how angles are taken care of. So I'm gonna bring this up here once again, and we're going to talk about first the types of angles that you're going to see a lot of the time. So let's talk about that. All right. So the types of angles that we're going to deal with is first and foremost here. Let's deal with the first set of angles. So this, again, types of angles. This right here is a right angle. Okay, so this is a right angle. So a right angle, as we know, is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so 90 degrees here, a perfect 90-degree angle is a right angle. Okay, so just like a corner of a room. Okay. Next is going to be this. This is what we call an acute angle. An acute angle is basically any angle that is less than 90 degrees. So less than 90. So 85 degrees is an acute angle. There you go. All right. And then we have this guy. All right. So this angle here is an obtuse angle. So obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees. So that part there, not too hard. Okay, no problems. All right, let's see if I have to do that part there. Probably not, but no, not this one. Okay. All right, and then this last one here, which is this is going to be what we call a straight angle. All right, and a straight angle here is equal to a solid 180 degrees. Okay, so a straight 180 degrees is what we get here for the for a straight angle. All right, so these are the major types of angles that we deal with pretty much for the rest of the book in some form or fashion. All right, now, of course, a couple more things that we have to talk about naturally that have to come up when it comes to talking about angles is we need to first talk about which one I want to do. There's a few I want to do. I'm just curious which one. Okay, I guess I'll do that one first. All right. So if we talk about a triangle here, and we have three different angles, so these markings here represent three different angles. Remember that the sum of these angles here, the sum of the three angles inside of the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So this will be like angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, whatever those angles are, is equal to 180 degrees. This is always true for all triangles. Okay, so you can take that to the bank and then some. All right. If it's like a rectangle or maybe a trapezoid or whatever you want to call it, And it could look like this, where you have like kind of weird stuff here. Then all the angles combined here, the sum of the angles, is equal to 360. So if you have this, okay, the sum of the angles here, even if they're all different, is still going to be 360 degrees. So that you can also take to the bank. We could also talk about the word congruent. It's pretty large. Let's try it. Cool. So we could talk about the word congruent. So congruent in angle form here means that two angles that are the same. All right, so two angles that are the same are two congruent angles. So it'll have the same, the same angle measurement as that of the other side. So for example here, where does this actually factor in? Well, if we take a look here at this example, we say, okay, here's a what we call a vertical angle. And I say, okay, let's just say this is 125 degrees. And I say, okay, tell me what A, B, and C are. Well, one thing you can take away is that B here is congruent to this angle in here. So B is congruent to 125. So whatever angle you call 125. So that would mean that B is equal to 125 degrees. Okay, so B would be 125 degrees because it's the same angle, same shape as that of the one up top. Now the real question is, what's A and what's C? We can see that C is congruent to A. They have the same shape and everything like that. But can anybody tell me what would A be here in this case? What would A be here in this case if I took a look at this quick example? What do you think? What would A be? 55, that's correct. Okay, so if we took away this line here, we would have a straight line here, i.e. a straight angle, meaning that 125 plus A has to equal 180 degrees. So we want to find A, we're going to take 180 minus 125, since that's a straight angle. And so here we get 55 degrees. This also means that C is also equal to 55, since it's congruent to A. And there we go. We got it. All right. Any questions about that? Hopefully that's not too bad. Any questions? No. No, they say. They say no. 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 All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So, next, let's talk about the next part here. All right. So we now know the type of angles here, and we know that what we're going to be seeing here in the next, again, few chapters is going to possibly deal with. Chapter 10 is where we're going to seriously see a lot of angles, certainly. But let's talk about another thing here that we do need to discuss. So let's talk about that. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is something we talked about a little while ago when we first went into this chapter, and something that needs to be addressed now as well. Okay, and that is the concept of, and if let's see if you guys remember this at all, but we were going to talk about degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so this was a concept that we started to talk about here in this chapter in particular. And this was something that did come up here in chapter 10 that we certainly do need to acknowledge here as well. And so we want to get familiar once again with degrees, minutes, and seconds here in order to say add or subtract degrees, minutes, and seconds in certain calculations. Okay, so as you know here, Bleh. Got a piece of hair stuck in my mouth. Yeah. All right. Bleh. All right. So with degrees, minutes, and seconds here, what does one look like here for degrees, minutes, and seconds? It could look like this. 35 degrees, 17 minutes, and 43 seconds. Okay, so this is an example of degrees, minutes, and seconds. And what we want to do here is just at least acknowledge a couple of things. So a couple of important things is that 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree. So it works just like time, only replace hours with degrees. And of course, 60 seconds equals 1 minute. Okay, so pretty straightforward here in terms of the interpretation of degrees, minutes, and seconds. But the more important part here is to actually understand here with degrees, minutes, and seconds um, is to essentially add or subtract with degrees, minutes, and seconds. So let's give that a try. Okay, because for our calculations, we're going to need to be pretty much breaking things down. Okay, so let's talk about adding here. So let's do a quick example here. Okay, so we'll have 43 degrees, 22 minutes, and 54 seconds, plus 39 degrees, 45 minutes, and 18 seconds. Okay, so let's talk about how to add. Now, adding here is actually fairly straightforward. Now, what we're going to do here first is just go ahead and add straight up. Okay, so let's just add straight up and see what we get. So we have, like, say 54 plus 18 is 72. So 72 seconds. Here we get 67 minutes. And here we get 82 degrees. Okay. So this is what we have here so far. Now, of course, we don't say, it's 1:67 o'clock. That's um it's a little odd. Okay. It's still a little odd even if I say it. So yeah, that makes no sense. So we want to be able to put these values here. Again, 72 and 67. We want to go ahead and put those in degrees, minutes, and seconds respectively. So again, here we have 72 seconds, which is equal to 1 minute and 12 seconds, right? Because all I did was 72 minus the 60 here, since I know the 60 seconds is 1 minute. So again, 1 minute, 12 seconds. All right. We also have 67 minutes. All right, so 67 minutes is going to be 1 degree and 7 minutes. So all we're going to do here, simply put, is just go ahead and add straight up. We'll add the degrees with the degrees, we'll add the minutes with the minutes, and the seconds with itself, no problems. So what we get here is we get 82 plus 1, that's 83 degrees. 1 degree, so we added that 1 degree. 7 minutes plus 1 minute is 8 minutes. And we just have 12 seconds. And that's how we're able to find our final answer. All right. Any questions about that? Any questions at all? Hopefully that was pretty easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. Okay, let's keep moving forward then. All right, so that's about addition there. Okay, that's how we can add degrees, minutes, and seconds there together. So by and large, it's just going ahead and converting and then adding stuff together, and then that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to it. It is what it is. Now, let's talk about the next one though, where that is going to be a little bit more important. Okay. All right, let's talk about subtraction here. Okay, so subtraction here is going to be slightly a bit different. Okay, now what's the key for subtraction here? The key is fairly simple. All right, the key here is to basically borrow 60 seconds, or borrow 60 minutes, or yeah, 60 seconds, 60 minutes, or 1 degree. Okay, so we're going to borrow one of these, all right, and we'll see how this goes. So let's do an example. So we'll do 132 degrees. Uh, let's see here, 31 minutes and 43 seconds. And we'll have that minus 73 degrees, 59 minutes, and 50 seconds. Go with that. But this time we want to subtract that from each other. Okay? All right. All right. We'll see how good that goes. Okay. Okay. In any case, what we're going to do here is we're just going to rewrite the problem a couple of times. You notice that normally we would just go ahead and subtract here, right? And we would say, all right, you take the 43 minus the 50 and all that stuff. Now that gets to be very confusing, all right, especially when you have 3 distinct units. Now, as I said, we're going to borrow 60 seconds, 60 minutes, or 1 degree. That's essentially what we're going to be doing here, because I can't do 43 minus 50 like as a straight up sort of thing. I need to go ahead and I need to put it in a context where I understand. 43 minus 50 makes no sense to me in terms of seconds. All right. And that's like if I did 43 minus 50 in regular algebra, I'd be like, oh, that's minus 7 seconds. What does that mean? Okay, that doesn't seem to make any sense. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to borrow, in this case, we're going to borrow 60 seconds, i.e. we're going to borrow, again, 1 minute. So I'm going to make this 31, I'll make this a 30, and then we're going to add 60 seconds because we borrowed 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So what is this going to look like here? Well, we got 132. Again, I'll take a look at this in just a second. So right now we have here, which way do I want to go? Okay, let's go like that. All right, so we got 132 degrees, 30 minutes, and we have 103 seconds. Okay. Then we got 73 degrees, 59 minutes, and 50 seconds. So if you want to do this in steps like I'm doing, you can. I know you could do this at once, but I'm just showing off the process about how you think through it. So in this case here, now you could do 103 minus 50, all right? And in this case here, you get 53. Okay, so you get 53 seconds here. All right, so essentially this is what you're looking for, is to do like simple subtraction. You don't want 30 minus 59. In a sense, you want to do this again by essentially now borrowing 1 degree. So if you borrow 1 degree here, this becomes 131 degrees. And then we're going to add 60 minutes to this guy right here, since we're borrowing 1 degree. So what we get here is we get 131 degrees. Oh, not 60. What am I doing? 60 plus 30, which should be 90 minutes. I'll rate it with the 103 in there, like if I'm going to do it all at once, sort of thing. I already know it's 50, we already know it's 53, but just to kind of show that off. Okay. Okay, and now we can go ahead and subtract straight down since we have a bigger number minus a smaller number. So our final answer here is going to be here, let's do this out here. It's 53 seconds, that's going to be 31 minutes, and that's going to be 58 degrees. Okay. So here we get 58 degrees, 31 minutes, and 53 seconds. So there are a couple problems in here, and certainly in Chapter 10, which we'll look at here, which require degrees, minutes, and seconds to use in order to go ahead and solve for those particular problems. All right, any questions about that? Okay, that's fair. All right, it's not a problem. We're okay. Okay, good. Okay. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do one more example here from this section. There's not a lot of problems in this section, but yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's look at this this one right here. Okay, it says in the number 13, in the pipe flange shown, the 6 bolt holes are equally spaced. What is the spacing of the holes in degrees? What's that going to be? Number 13. What is the spacing of the holes in degrees of these 6 bolt holes? Ba, ba, ba. What we got there for number 13? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Think about it this way, though, Diego. If you have a full circle like you have here in number 13, what's the degree measure of a circle? .360, that's right. So each of these bolt holes are equally spaced. So, correct, 60 degrees, right? So since you said 360, right, for a circle, all we have to do is divide by 6, and then basically we're going to get 60 degrees for each one of these bolt holes, since they're all equally spaced out on this part. Okay, that's all you have to do for that. If they weren't equally spaced, then we'd have an issue, but in this case, they are stated to be equally spaced out. Any questions about that? Blip. All right, let's try one more. I'll try the previous one. Number 12, a carpentry problem. Board number 1 must be joined to board number 2 at a right angle. If angle X measures 42 degrees, what must angle Y measure? So here's the picture here. Okay. Think of like corner molding maybe. But flat instead of on the wall. Flat on the floor. So what do you think here? Angle X equals 42 degrees. What does angle Y equal to? 48, that's correct. Absolutely. Right, so you take 90 minus the 42 since it has to be a right angle, and that has to equal 48 degrees. Ba-bam. Nice job. That's correct. Good. Okay, great. Any questions about that? Hopefully those are pretty easy for angles. Hey. All right. Negative. Well, I'll let you guys know this is all I'm going to be doing here for today. We're pretty ahead because of we finished chapter 7 there. So, um, basically the remaining sections we can just do one a day if we absolutely need to, or we could just do 2 on one day and we'll still be pretty ahead. So, that is that section right there. Yeah, we're actually pretty far ahead. We got like a month and a half left, so um, literally I could just go one section a day and it wouldn't be too much of a problem at all, which is pretty nice. Can take it nice and easy, everybody, nice and easy. I can probably elaborate a little bit more than I did before. Sure, if you want to do 2 sections to do chapter 8, sure, I can do that. It's totally up to you. I mean, if you want me to do 2 sections on Wednesday, I can. That really shouldn't be too much of a, that's not too big of an ask at all. They're fairly straightforward sections in chapter 8. So, like I said, I could do a section a day and it wouldn't bother me at all. So, yeah, that depends on everyone else. So if the others here agree, then I'll just do 2 sections on Wednesday. That's fine. We could finish up chapter 8 as you like. I always give it proper discussion if it's needed. What does everybody else think? You're fine with that? Okay. Anybody else want to chime in? Yeah, right? Doesn't class guide, but yeah, because we did like the whole book in the first 8 weeks, right? So class goes by really fast now. So now it's because it's like, well, I'm just saying the same thing as I did before. So there's really not a whole lot of difference about what we talked about before and what we talk about now. So I'll go a little bit slower over chapter 10. That much I do know. Anybody else want to chime in? Towel? That's fine. We're going to cover that in a little bit more detail. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Trig is a. You're fine with this pace? Okay, good. Sophia, anything? Would you like to put in your 2 cents? All right. Okay. So we'll do 2 sections there on Wednesday. That's not a problem at all. I'll be more than happy to. I'll be more than happy with that. That should be pretty easy. All right. Okay. Not a problem whatsoever. All right. So that'll take care of it for today, everybody. I want to thank you all coming out here once again very much to the stream once again. All right. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to force it. It'd be the same thing as if we were doing a Zoom call and they just kind of walk away from their camera for a while and they don't come back. So can't do much about it, and I'm not about to force the issue. So people do what they do. So we're just doing it for the. That's up to them. As I told you before. As a, we're all adults. That's right. As I said before, you're all adults in this room. So you have to take care of yourself at the end of the day. Can't lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. So, but I'd like to think that a lot of you have done the responsible thing for yourself. So some of them may watch the videos or whatnot, but totally up to you at the end of the day. All right. Well, like I said, thanks guys very much for coming on out here for the stream here today. And you're still a kid mentally. Remember, adults are just overgrown children. No problem, no problem. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys. You guys have yourself a very wonderful day, okay? And we will see you on Wednesday. All right? Have yourself a great day, everybody. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great night, everybody. See ya. All right.